With the first chess move being made by the New York Knicks, one thing is for certain, and that's of course that they are going to try and get some free agents in this offseason. We know that by trading Kristaps Porzingis to the Dallas Mavericks, they opened up 2 spots for 2 max players. One of those players is obviously what they're trying to get is Kevin Durant. We know that Kevin Durant and Draymond Green had a little bit of beef, and I still think that that kind of lingers on with the team. And of course, Kevin Durant's brother is going to say, we're going to take our money from the Golden State Warriors, we're going to win a ring, and then we're out of here to New York or to whatever team they said. I think that Kevin Durant is obviously going to be one of the players that they're going to try to get, but another player that potentially the Knicks are trying to get is of course Kyrie Irving. And Celtics fans, I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, wait a second. He said if he planned to have me, I would love to re-sign with the Boston Celtics. That's what he said. But it looks like, according to Jay King from The Athletic, he's going to backtrack on those comments by saying, ask me July 1st when talking about if he still plans to re-sign with the Boston Celtics. And I know this is going to worry a lot of Boston Celtics fans. They're like, you know what? We don't need Kyrie Irving. He sucks. He's trash. We don't want him. We were better without him. Gordon Hayward is also trash. We don't want him either. But I think a lot of you guys are missing the key point here. He still said that Boston was going to be ahead of the race in terms of what team he's going to sign to. And I know that a lot of us, especially Celtics fans, are kind of curious and, sweating a little bit that Kyrie Irving is deciding to not want to re-sign right away with the Boston Celtics. But we have to think about this, though. With Kyrie Irving, we know what type of player he is. Obviously, when you play with a guy in LeBron James, who I believe is a very great player and one of the GOATs of the NBA, it's very hard for him to it's kind of hard to judge him when he decides to leave that player, right? Because we know that he's a little bit flaky. I think Colin Cowherd said it best. He's flaky because when we look at it, he didn't want to stay with LeBron James. He wanted to be his own man. That's why I dubbed him Nightwing of the NBA, because he wants to be his own guy, the own leader of the team. But after finding out how hard it is to be a leader and what he needs to do to become one, he just hasn't done it in a way that LeBron James would do it. He wants to be like LeBron James in terms of his leadership, but we know that Kyrie Irving doesn't have that quality or that trait. It's very hard to have that trait, and I don't think it's something that you build up. It's something that you were born with, and Kyrie Irving just isn't born with. And another thing that we also have to look at with Kyrie Irving is that he's from the New Jersey, New York area. He grew up there after, living in Australia for a little bit. I just think that his game and his play style just suits the New York style. And I know that it's going to upset a lot of Boston fans saying that, oh, well, you're saying that he should go to New York. No. What I'm saying is that his style and the way that he carries himself is very New Yorkish. It's not Boston. It's not anything else. It's New York. And another thing for Boston, you guys saw what he could do with the team and saw what he could do without him. Obviously, Kyrie Irving to me is just the sprinkles on top of an ice cream or a cake. It's like the icing on a cake. Kyrie Irving is a great player, and I think that he adds a lot of value to the Boston Celtics. I know Brad Stevens lets him run whatever offense he wants to do. Meanwhile, the other guys have to stay within the system, and I just think that Brad Stevens loves more of a system, and I think he's more Greg Popovich than we know. He wants to be in that system. He doesn't want to have a guy be freelancing and doing whatever he wants. Although that would be awesome and cool for Kyrie Irving, and he's obviously doing that, and he's putting up, career high numbers and also personal best numbers. I just think that I think Brad Stevens is a little upset because he wants to know and make sure that the guys are following the rules of what he wants each of the players to do. He doesn't want guys freelancing, taking bad shots. He wants to make sure that we get a great look, not a good look. And that's just going to be one thing where I say, if I'm Boston, I'm okay if he leaves, and I'm also okay if he stays, because I want to make sure that Kyrie Irving is happy where he's at. I don't want him, regretting his decision of saying, well, we didn't get AD here in Boston, so I kind of regret not going to the Lakers or regret not going to the Knicks, because I think that if I would have been on the Knicks or I could be on the Knicks, I think our team would be a superstar caliber team. Like that's something that I just don't want Kyrie Irving to regret, because I think that if he does regret that, then we're not going to get the best Kyrie Irving I know. We're not going to get the Nightwing Kyrie. We're going to get the Robin Kyrie, and that's not the Kyrie we want. We want the Nightwing Kyrie. Because we know that if he starts to develop a little bit of the leadership skills, you can develop a little bit, but it's still, of course, born within inside you. The real question is going to be for Kyrie Irving, if he does leave, will Boston Celtics fans boo? And I don't think he has to worry about that, and I don't think he does. But if I'm Boston, I'm not really booing. I'm cheering him, because if you think about it, the team is still going to be good without him. You still have Jason Tatum, you still have Jaylen Brown, and you'll still have Al Horford and a lot of great players, and Terry Rozier if he decides to re-sign or not. you're still going to have those core 4 players along with Marcus Smart. And I think if you have those guys plus whatever pick you have and see if you can try and trade that for Anthony Davis or whatever player you're trying to bring in, then I think that would be the smart move for the Boston Celtics. So there's no point in booing Kyrie Irving. Like I said, Kyrie Irving handles, his playstyle, his clutchness, it's something that to be admired of. You should be excited when you see guys like Kyrie Irving handle the rock and showing you what he can really do out there. But at the same time, I'm not going to be upset if he wants to leave. I think he's a great player, but it's up to him what he wants. Does he want to go back to New York and become the Nightwing there? Would he even be the Nightwing there? Because we don't know what other players are also going to be there. If Kevin Durant's there, I'm not so sure the leadership qualities in New York are going to be very good. You obviously need someone who's going to be a strong leader. And right now, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant are not those guys if they decide to move to New York. But anyway, guys, I want to ask your opinion of this whole story and also the Kristaps story. Do you guys think that Kyrie Irving is going to be a better fit in New York than he will in Boston? And also, what did you guys think of the KP trade, the Kristaps Porzingis trade to the Dallas Mavericks? Was it a smart move on the Knicks or was it a dumb move on the Knicks? I would love to know your guys' comments and opinions in the comments down below. But anyway, guys, this has been your boy Bernie here on The Charge, giving the latest NBA news and rumors and also basketball opinions. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'm just going to ask you to do that. Hit that notification bell to make sure you don't miss our NBA content. Make sure to check out our other videos, especially the one where we talk about how James Harden's scoring load is hurting the Houston Rockets. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.